This is part 5 of me condensing all of my footage from 24-minute videos to hopefully doing 1 or 2 videos per part, or at least a half of one depending on how long the video is. So, you know the whole story. If you watch the other parts, you have to watch every single part to this series to understand it. I don't have to reiterate that every single video.
And
Now, this is an example of
this. And then I looked at it and I was like, family for beginners, and oh, missing, because they want me to be old.
Now, like I said, I talked about how they want to pretend to be me, they want to pretend to be my family, they want to intimidate me, they want me to be a girl, and it's all because they want me to sin, they want God to hate me, they want to bless me, they want to torture me. Now, I have to explain this very, very quickly so people don't turn away. I can prove all of this. This is happening to me every single day, every single time I go to Walmart, and now I got kicked out of one Walmart for filming, and now I'm at another one, and all the same stuff is happening, which I did expect, but at the same time, is as I'm accusing them of trying to pretend to be my family and me want me to be a girl and a dog, all of a sudden putting gloves in weird places to try and be pedophiles to me, try and insinuate like I'm a pedophile or something, I don't even know. And all of a sudden there's a glove next to a dog book that says Family Matters or Family something, and then a book about a girl with red hair. And then a day or two later, all of a sudden I see a book that says Missing, and the other book said family on it with a dog. Family moments or something. That wouldn't freak any of you out? And all the other books were arranged properly. It's not like those 2 books just happened to be there. I mean, all the other books were all arranged properly and orderly. And they've done the same thing with the movies, like I talked about the last part. And this is not happening months apart. This is was an every day, every other day experience. For a while, it was every single day. There was a gradual increase from them doing this 2% at a time to 90%. 2% intensity to 90% intensity. Back down to 2 to 5%, and now it's back up to 50 again.
Friends and go back to whatever. Believe it or not, that girl has walked by knowing that she had a thing like that called ding dongs. So
they'll do weird stuff where they'll tap near their bodies or crotches. I have plenty more evidence of it, and all of it is on camera. And I know who it is, and they walk by always trying to communicate with me in weird ways, like using the books, using the movies, and it was a thing of ding-dongs or something else that would relate only to me, and they try and taunt me. It's like haunting me. It is literally like a haunted, demonic Walmart where a lot of, and or most, of these people are reptilian lizard people and demonically possessed.
all think of penis. I mean, it's like subliminal
They've
messaging.
tried
Isn't
so
that how
many
you
ways to
conspiracy theorists
insinuate
think
penis to
about
me,
the
and it's not a
Illuminati?
vagina.
Is subliminal messaging? That's what they do. And then, oh, the other day, maybe this is the video I'll do where I go over all the stuff I've seen in the store.
And here,
they put Valentine.
is where I saw them one day, where they put, and I have the video, where they put a bunch of Valentine's hearts right there near the dog leashes. And this was around the time where I always say that Lucifer wants me to feel however I make them feel. And they felt like they were on my leash. They felt like I was voodooing them for them giving me all this evidence. I'm not working with them. I'm not, well, I told them I was blackmailing them. That's about as much working with I do. I tried to forgive them and love them, but that's another story. Now, I started seeing, there was another video that I have where a guy put a belt in a carriage and then walked back to it after walking away 20 feet, walked back 20 feet, and then took it and just walked away with it. And then there was another thing with this Valentine's near the leash, and then in this very video I will show you that they had a Spider-Man outfit, because I said I'm going to be accused of being like Spider-Man, where I'm taking my own photos or I'm rearranging stuff before I go into the store. And then there was a Spider-Man outfit next to the cable cords, where there was a big cable cord, because they wanted me to think that I was on their leash, because I was making them feel like they were on my leash. It's like a little psychology behind what they're doing, like a taunting, like an actual real subliminal conversation in a language that shouldn't exist.
Times hearts here.
among the
I
other
can see it
conversations
on
I had
video.
where I showed you that they,
Because I was making them
on
feel
camera,
like
where I showed you that
they
every
were
single
on my
Valentine's
leash,
heart was
or
the
that I was
same out of
voodooing
all
them, or
like
that they were my
50
dolls.
or like 30 of them, and 3 of them were different.
They
One
put
purple
a
one,
Paw
and one
Patrol
that was
dog
a dog,
near the
and
girls
one that was
section,
a,
where there's like makeup
let's say,
and
good
not
vibes.
makeup, like jewelry and stuff, like a female section.
I've seen stuff where, I mean, I've seen
And
so many crazy
like I
stuff
said,
where I
sorry if
all
I say
on
but this is
camera.
like I really need to think properly about how to put this properly. This random stuff, but that's more normal, believe it or not. That if you kind of read the timing is what makes it different. Like kind of normal, someone put it in there, it's not that bad, right? It's kind of more normal. I mean, it's like
They
they're
put
controlling me.
fruits around. Like, that's not really a normal place to put fruits. Now, in their head, they're thinking like, I know it sounds crazy,
I put
but
it properly. This random stuff, but that's more normal, believe it or not. I still say it's a little different, but you should have seen last
they
week.
put this here. They want to think like guacamole, bananas. They're always trying to say like penis and weird stuff to me. This woman's clothes right there with oranges because they know I like oranges. You know, I think that I'll color orange, and the name Bob means something to me. So they think put sponges there. Of course, it's gonna make me sound schizophrenic. Anyone who's thinking that, I don't even blame you. But listen forward. You have to watch every single part of every single one of these videos that I'm showing, at least in the condensed version. I understand why no one would want to watch a 24-minute of me just yelling random stuff. It would seem to them when it's not random stuff, if you really look closely, that these are not just random things misplaced. These are not just random people doing this randomly. They have a very specific theme where it's a bunch of different people, and if all the misplacing and reorganizing of this store is all has common themes linked to one person, that must mean that the other people are all connected too. And they even say that, and I know they are, that the reptilian Illuminati is a hive mind, which means they are interconnected and interlinked, and they are basically can read each other's minds and talk to each other, and no one human would be able to understand how or why they're doing it, or like they wouldn't be able to know that they're all related and talking to each other at the same time. They just appear to be people walking around.
Yeah, they put stuff around so that it's like they told you that I was supposed to do for you again, nurse. It's all like investigative stuff. My job is to say I'm Jesus Christ and investigate them. A bunch of legislators are going to say jinn, G-I-N, like the devil, the jinn devils. One time there was a bananas here. They wanted me to think of bananas. Some guy had 2 bananas in his carriage, and then right next to it said think and think, because they wanted me to think about bananas. So getting amnesia, or just hurting me, and manipulating me, doing all this weird stuff. So I said, in fact, I know, I can prove to people, specifically who are conspiracy theorists, that what's going on is real. Believe it or not.
Now was a day where I was making them feel blind. Or like the last couple days, I was making them feel blind. All of a sudden, I see a blind girl walking around. If you notice, I don't see everyone in the store that many times. With the blind girl, she walks by a lot of times.
I mean, I know that there might be one person. You should have seen the other videos that matched up. what happened elsewhere? I told you, all of them dyeing their hair red around here. You should have seen
I started seeing people dye their hair red slowly around me. It wasn't that many people when I first got here. I started noticing it like a pattern. I have a video of a girl that I saw that had brown hair, and a week or two later she had red hair, and she was making herself obviously noticeable, and started putting her bike in Burger King. She was hanging out at Burger King for like 2 or 3 hours. And there was another video footage of her where she was talking about some kid named Aaron in a show, and she needed to reconcile with his father, and save mankind. They needed to kill people. I mean, it was some crazy stuff where it was demonic what they were talking about. If you really look at it from my perspective.
Possessive nature of girls with red hair, where they're trying to convince me to be a girl. They actually think that if they put kids around me or women, that I'll turn into a girl, or should I say, into a girl. And this Jasmine, they want me to be like a trans girl or a gay person. And Jasmine means like they wanted to convince Monzo, they should be like this girl named Jasmine, who was a man. So that is, you put that here. I mean, it's still kind of strange. It's not nearly as much as it was the other day. I mean, the other couple days ago. You should have seen the banana day, where a bunch of people walking around with bananas. Like, it was an obsessive, more than a doll with red hair. Like, oh, we're gonna make it like that, so we time it out, so that
And I've seen people where around the same time I was making them feel like I was they were on my leash, and they want to make me feel like I was on their leash. There was people walking around with like a doll. There's a girl with a doll with red hair. There was a guy with an Elmo doll just walking around. There was another guy on the bus that I'll show you that I interrogated. And I'll go over it once again. And I interrogated him, and he had a doll in him. And there's another guy at Burger King that had a little doll in him, and there's a guy next to him that they were trying to insinuate that was just another me, like Jesus Christ. They always try and talk to me. I mean, they even, if I'm in a restaurant and I talk out loud, you'd probably be able to hear them talking to my internal monologue, and they can't help it. They're so addicted to hurting me or manipulating me and lying to me and leaving these signs everywhere that I need someone to be able to believe me through all this. I mean, this can't be, no, it's not, how can someone not notice all this? So, please keep watching part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9, and I will even condense it after that to make it even more condensed somehow. I don't know if it can be more condensed than this, I mean, I still have to talk and reiterate and explain how all this links only to me. The only person that would be able to be able to do it is